haze of dust. What is last 2 days our heat index here has been 117 degrees, and you take that kind of temperature. Let's see. thing looked funny a while ago when I was messing with it there. So that pin, with it being broke there on that grapple, luckily it's broke in the middle this time, and I saw it, and so I'm just watching it, and I'm basically just babying the grapple right now to make it through the day. I've got another one being air shipped in. It'll be here in the morning. They had one in Dallas and they had one in New Hampshire. None of our dealers here, B&G, Striblin, Warrior, none of them had that pin in stock. They offer two different pins for that thing. They offer one that's $430, and it's just a normal, I guess, a hardened steel. I don't know all I need to know about steel. And then they got another one that the pin cost $1,000, right at $1,000. I think the last one we bought was like $900 and something. And it's some kind of other steel. That pin's like 2 1/8 or 2 1/4 inch diameter, and it's 18 inches long. And I always get the more expensive one. I broke a bunch of the cheaper ones, the $430 ones. I think that's about the 5th or 6th one I've done broke on that grapple now since I've had it. And the $1,000 one only lasts me about a year. Has been on there a little over a year is all. And that grapple, I really need the super heavy duty one. Grapple is what I need for that loader. I didn't know that they made one like that when we got that loader, and when we ordered it, and the dealer we got it from, that's what they put on it. So there you go. But that grapple is October of this year, 2018. That grapple will be 10 years old. It has almost 16,500 hours on it now. So on a track loader, that's actually not too bad. It does kind of tick me off though, having to deal with that, because I have to watch that. I have to keep my eye on that all the time, because last year the ones y'all been following me for a good little while. Remember last year I didn't catch it, and that pin slipped out far enough where it broke last year. It didn't break in a good spot for me, and when it slipped out I didn't see it, and I twisted that grapple. I torqued it real bad, and I basically had to have that grapple rebuilt. So what I'm going to do is, I've already talked to Jay. Jay will be here in the morning first thing, because he's got to put an alternator on our 726 right there. The alternator's out on it when we brought it up here, and Derek's running he's still on the 830. That's what he'd rather cut with, so 830 anyhow and this stuff. But so Jay will be here first thing. He's going to put the alternator on that 726 in the morning. I'll try to get some video of that going on. And then my sister, Dad, one of our truck drivers, we'll get them to come through Columbus and pick up the pin and bring it up here. And then the bad thing about the pin is, which is not really bad, we have to take the saw off the grapple to get the pin swapped, which is 3 hoses and 2 bolts and a nut that holds the saw on the grapple. We've taken it off several times since it's been on there, but we'll pull it off and put the pin in, and we'll be back good to go for another year. But stuff like that right there is pretty frustrating to deal with. And there's really no way to fix that unless you just put a different grapple on it. Either the super heavy duty, but I've seen people with the super heavy duties that shovel all the time. I've seen them break them. Which I'm a Rotobeck fan. I like Rotobeck. I ain't gonna talk bad about them or anything like that, because I mean I hammer that thing up there day to day. But it's crazy. And my saw chain, when we pull the saw off, I may put a new bar on it too. I may try to straighten that bar some when I pull it off. I'll use Jay's service truck to straighten it, and I'll shoot a video how I do that. If it'll straighten for me, I'll just put a new chain on it, but that chain's about to break on that one. I was looking at this morning, it's got some of the cutters on it are broke off, and they've broke the sides down into where it pivots on the pins there. So that chain's fixing to break anyhow, and I'll take it, throw it in the scrap iron pile. But I hope y'all enjoyed that. Boy, out here in the woods, it's an unending, never-ending battle of dealing with breakage and stuff like that, and things like that, and having to fix stuff. So if you like my stuff, please subscribe to me. I'd appreciate that a lot. And everything you need to know is down there in the description box. You can click on all that stuff down there. So we'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.